Glam, we're going to kick off with creating a three-piece style of earring, and we will start off with the top piece. We'll be using the Sculpey Primo, and the top piece we will be making in a metallic golden color. So right now we're conditioning the clay, making sure it's ready to be worked with. I put it through my roller a few times. I pick out the shape to use, and we make a few cuts. How many cuts you make is determined by how many pairs of earrings you want. Of course, you want 2 cuts for each earring style. And now we'll transfer those over to our baking surface. We'll get kicked off with the second shape. This will be the centerpiece of the earring design, and we are going to get that white color conditioned. This is just a flat white Sculpey Primo, and we are going to add a silkscreen stencil to it, and we are going to use the paint color black for this design. We added the paint to our instrument, and we are going to go and pull that paint over the silkscreen. Once we are happy with the coverage, we will pull the silkscreen off. And from here, you can see the design. We will go in and make additional cuts. And we will try to have the same number of cuts as the number of cuts we did for the first design. So from here, we got 6 pieces out of this. I don't usually reuse the clay that I've painted just because it creates a different color hue. So we went through and repeated the process with fresh clay until we had the correct number. And when painting on silk screens, you do have to do this process a little quicker. The paint will dry onto the silk screens. And we are complete with the first 2 pieces of our design, so we're going to go through and add a third piece, which is this black clay that we'll be using, and we'll once again condition this clay as well. From here, we are adding some texture by finding an aggressive grit sandpaper and applying that clean sandpaper straight down onto the clay. Go through and cut the proper amount of shapes and remove the excess. And once again, transfer those over to our baking surface. From here, we're going to put them in the oven to bake at 270 for 30 minutes. Now that the pieces have had a bit of time to cool, we will move them off the baking surface over to our working surface, and we will use a Dremel to sand the rough corners just to make sure any impurities have been taken care of. And if you don't have a sanding Dremel, you can use sandpaper at this time. This is a little bit more tedious. Once all pieces have been sanded to your liking, you will begin to start connecting the jewelry with jump hoops, and I chose golden hooks as well. So golden jump hoops and golden hooks. And you repeat this process for all of the earring designs as well. I used 2 pairs of needle nose pliers. The jump hoops I was working with were pretty strong, so I wasn't able to open and close the hoops with just my fingers for this specific hardware type. A tip for working with multiple piece designs, make sure all of the pieces are facing the proper direction before you start assembling. The most frustrating thing is when you have assembled and there's a piece that's backwards or something like that. We'll speed up the process so you can see what it's like to assemble all of them. And voila! Here is our summertime inspired 3-piece designed with painted accent earrings. I hope you guys enjoyed. You can find these earrings for sale on earthandglam.shop. Thanks guys, bye.